I mean, a lot of people don't realize, despite how much of a legend you are in the NBA, you were kind of a college journeyman, so you never really played in the NCAA tournament. You weren't really even considered for folks.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Oklahoma State for a year, and we didn't make the tournament that year.
Yeah.
And, you miss out on those incredible times like right now.
Yeah, and I don't know if we had a chance to even show any clips from that commercial, but it was very fun. You know, you guys, I guess, hiking through the mountains or wherever you were, I guess, to talk about the AT&T connection. Patrick Ewing, your former teammate, even dialed in for a second there. You're lagging behind, man. I mean, what's going on?
I'm 60 now. Takes a little time getting up that hill.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, with Jalen and Karl Anthony Towns. We had a great time filming it. AT&T is about the connection, especially during this time of the year with March Madness. So you don't want to miss nothing. Stay connected.
Well, I do want to go back to March Madness. Of course, this is the signature event. It has been the case for decades now. Over that time, how have you seen this tournament evolve in your view?
Oh, social media definitely has blew it up to out of this world. March Madness is probably one of the biggest, spectacle event during the month of March that you can find. And, it's the most exciting event during this time of the year. I can remember during my playing days just being excited about the game of basketball because every day you turn it on, you're going to find a game some point in time throughout the day. And so it just gets you energized for the game of basketball. And, you may find something, watching from a professional standpoint, see a player make a move, you're like, oh, man, let me take that, and implement it in your game. So it's a lot of fun during this time of the year,
Well, in terms of cultural relevance, you think about 6 years ago when March Madness was impacted by the COVID virus. I think that's when a lot of people really started to take it seriously. But it's hard to have a conversation about college sports, of any sport, really, without talking about NIL, name, image, likeness. How have you seen that impact this tournament and just the sport of college basketball overall?
Yeah, it's tougher on the schools that don't have the financial wherewithal. I think it makes it very tough for them to win, especially if you get the top schools that can pay these guys X amount. There's a guy making $8 million, I heard. That's like...
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. You know what I mean? You set coming out of college. And so, it's definitely going to impact... some of these guys are going to schools that they probably would, go to a major college school instead of they going to a smaller school and probably get more money.
Well, that's what I'm curious, too, also with the transfer portal. I mean, now you can have somebody start out at a Siena or a McNeese or somewhere like that, but then if they're really good, in the old days, they would have had to stick around for maybe a couple more years, but now they can maybe be poached by a Duke or some other powerhouse here. How is that going to change, I guess, not only the economics of the business, but also just the watchability of it?
The Cinderella teams...
Because that's the whole point of March Madness. You're kind of rooting for the underdogs.
You're rooting for the underdog. The underdog may be gone. That's just a simple fact, because if you got a school that's able to pay all these guys basically a professional contract, you know what I mean? It's tough for these schools to compete. You're not getting the talent level that you would get if a guy wasn't getting paid and he's just trying to find somewhere to play. But, you have to make a business decision as a student coming out from the standpoint of, do you want to go and sit on a bench at a major school, or do you want to go take less money and really play and show that you can play? And so that's the decision the student athlete have to make.
I do want to ask you just about the NBA and just how it's changed. I mean, we referenced, your dunk in '93, which you guys got paid back the next year with Scotty's dunk over Pippen in '94. And not to rub it in.
You remember everything.
I do. But I remember because those were exciting times. I mean, the NBA was rough back then, and it was great to watch. And it's changed a lot. I'm not saying it's changed for the worse, but it's changed a lot. And there are a lot of people kind of asking, like, does the league need something more to get fans a little bit more excited about watching it?
Well, I think what you found out last year is it's two different leagues. One is regular season league and one is playoff time. And in the playoff time, all the calls that these guys think that they was getting, they wasn't getting, and they had to go back to the old school rules and play. I think fans truly appreciated that. And so I think, that's what basketball is about. The fans want to feel it when they're in the arena, and they want to feel it when they just sitting up here watching TV. They want to feel it through the screen. And that's why I was saying that back during our day, fans come up and tell me, man, we just felt every moment that y'all was out there, y'all was fighting and battling hard. I wasn't at the game, but I was watching it. And I think that's where the excitement of the game is. Yeah.
Well, John, I have to ask, because NBA playoffs do start next month. I'm asking for my dad. Do you think that the Knicks actually have a shot?
I do, Pops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where you at, Pops? Where you at, Pops? I do, Pops. You hold on, all right? We good. We all good. No, I'm excited about the team. I think they coming together at the right time. I think they started to understand how hard they truly got to play on the defensive end of the court. And offensively, the ball is moving. And I like that. So I'm excited. Yes.
All right. Well, that's good. You heard it straight here from John Starks. And it's good to see Ewing back in the fold.
Yes.
He's like an ambassador or something for the Knicks. And it does kind of feel like, not being a Knicks fan, but it does kind of feel like a little bit like old times here. They're kind of getting that swagger back. They've got a great roster.
Just having guys like him in the mix helps a lot.
Yeah.